Shalom, Kahalayim La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Much peace and blessings to your sister Akim out there that's pushing this 100% truth with all sincerity, faith, and with charity. This is your brother Ash from the Great Millstone Miami Camp. Coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Lord, this lesson is edifying. This is going to be a quick lesson going into the exposure of the tiny tops. The exposure of the tiny tops. Okay, Esau is being made bare. He's being totally exposed, which we know Esau is who? The so-called white man. Starting with his head tribe, the head tribe of Esau Edom, which is Amalek, which are the tiny tops, the small hats. Okay. The JJs, the 1948ers. They're being found out. The whole world is finding out that these people are the devil. Okay? And they're being exposed. The whole world is waking up to them. And this is one of the major signs that we're at the end of the world. And not the world in general, the end of the earth, but no, the end of the so-called white man's world. Okay? The end of his empire, the end of his rulership. Specifically Babylon the Great, which is America, which is where these devils have set up shop and have conquered the world from. Okay, Esau's kingdom is divided. That's why you have America against NATO, and against the EU. I believe today you just have news that EU has cut off certain trade deals with America, which has never been heard of in history, right? So-called white people they feel like they've been persecuted by the tiny tops. And they're all so-called white people, okay? But here you are, this is just a news article that's going to show you how aware, how conscious the average person is to the high-level evils of the tiny tops. Is ABC News put up this post, okay? The YouTube channel for ABC News, they put up this post. It says firefighters are battling forest fires in Chile that have killed at least 19 people and left 1,500 homeless. Chilean President Gabriel Boric said the fires have blazed through at least 70,000 acres and 50,000 people have been forced to evacuate. Right? As you can see the photos. Like a school. Right? It's devastating. There's probably a woman who lost her home. When you go through the comment section, first comment, I smell a rat. More IDF grenades. IDF meaning Israeli Defense Forces, which is the army of the 1948ers. Israel daily job. God's chosen people never rest. Israelis have been starting fires in the Patagonia forest. Chile is right next to Argentina. Who's to say they are not involved in this? Right, because last week it's been proven that 2 Israeli tourists started some fires in Argentina. And Chile is bordering Argentina. Now you have all these fires in Argentina. I mean in Chile. So everybody's putting two and two together. Were there also Israeli settlers as tourists? Like hiking, camping, setting fire, sabotaging fire equipment as in Argentina? Check if were there any Israeli settlers or tourists. We all know who did this. Starry-eyed surprise. Sounds like Chile is getting some new 15-minute cities. Right, what's the 15-minute cities about? That's going into Esau's 2030 agenda, where they want these cities to be totally set up with the beast system, with digital ID, Internet of Things, 6G, digital currency, the MOTB systems, where people are locked in, they can't go anywhere. They were talking about this during 2020, the lockdowns. They're doing it again. Also, direct the energy weapon. Right? So in the same breath they're talking about 15-minute cities, they're also talking about the tiny tops. Show you that the tiny tops are behind these 15-minute cities. Also, right after we got to know that Chile has initiated a campaign to expel Israel from UN, the world shouldn't stay blind to the crimes of Israelis. The infection has spread. We, the free, called upon to rid the world. So they're calling them people an infection. Glass of juice. South America is suffering because of the juice. The juice is burning everything worldwide down. We got Jews burning down entire nations before GTA 6. You see that? So, what else? Somebody said, I smell black rock. Right? Look up who's the head of BlackRock. You see that? So this just goes to show you that the public are very aware of what's going on. Show you that you devil's time is up. Everybody is on to you. Okay? As the scriptures said that they would. Okay? I'm going to just get straight to it. This is Obadiah chapter 1. Where can I start? This is Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 6. Well, I'll start at 5. No, I start at 3. Why not start at 1? The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. You see that? The other nations, they want to go to war against you devils. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Right? That's how these devils operate. They're proud. They don't think there'll ever be recompense for their wickedness. That's why they just keep going with it. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. So these devils are proud. They set their nets amongst the stars. That's why they have satellites in space, right? Somebody mentioned directed energy weapons. Meaning they have technology in the heavens and the skies that can blast down concentrated fire upon the earth. And that's how a lot of these fires are started, like in Lahaina, Hawaii, or Paradise, California. So because they have this type of technology, it makes them proud. They think they're God. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Right? The NOT says, if thieves came at night and robbed you, what a disaster awaits you. They would not take everything. Those who harvest grapes always leave a few for the poor. For your enemies will wipe you out completely. Right, Esau's going to get completely wiped out. At the end of this Third World War, Babylon's going to be thoroughly destroyed. Verse 6, how art the things of Esau searched out? That's the key point. How are his hidden things sought up? The NLT says, every nook and cranny of Edom will be searched and looted. Every treasure will be found and taken. And that's happening right now because this devil is being exposed. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day say, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? Okay, so this devil is being exposed. Totally. And the people that was against him, right? The NOT says, all your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. How they going to do that with those missiles? They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you and you won't even know about it. Okay? So that's what's going on with this devil, right? I'm going to read this Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. And he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. So this devil can no longer hide. The world is waking up to the fact that he's the devil. Simple as that. Okay. So that's pretty much it on that. Just something I wanted to bring out real quick. Just something I thought was funny, spiritual. With that, I'm give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashma Shai. To the next one, Shalom.